Hey folks, Rob from Mountain Block Moments. Exciting little adventure we're on today. We are getting some pigs. We've got onto some pigs, so we'll take some video of little pigs. We're going to take the piglets out first, build a pen for them at home, and they're going to plough up in the orchard. Then we'll come back and get some other pigs. So I've got a few little trips to do to get them sorted. Anyhow, stay tuned and we'll get these pigs sorted. So these are the pigs we've got onto. Big large white boar, a couple of sows, a couple of little boars, big friendly black sow, and a number of little piglets. So, truth be told, I've probably watched too much of Pete from Just a Few Acres. He's excited about pigs at the minute. And we were just going to get 2 piglets, but the people that own these pigs, their situation has changed and they need to get rid of a bit of animal responsibility. So yeah, we're taking the lot. So yeah, thanks Pete. Cal's probably going to hate you once we're done with these pigs, but it'll be an interesting little journey. All the little piglets contained. They're going to get weaned. So we've got our little piglets loaded in a makeshift pen on the yellow trailer again. How many's there, Alex? Did you count them? So we're home. We are going to spray these piglets with some Maldacin. There's a little bit of lice in them, so we'll spray them. I actually don't like Maldacin at all. Once you look into what the agent is in it that kills the parasites, it's basically a nerve toxin. So I've had a few issues with it over the years, but I don't have many other options as far as to get it off them. I'd like to use Ivermec Poron, but none of it's stated as use for pigs. You can get an Ivermec injection for them. But we've got the Maldacin, so we'll just use it for now. Alex just cooling them down. They're a little bit panty. It's about 38 degrees here today, which is hot even for us. Thankfully there's a little bit of a breeze blowing, so it makes it bearable. But it'll be good for these pigs to be wet when we put the Maldacin on them as well. So I'm just going to spray it, I'm not dipping them, just spray it on them. So this is the chemical we're using, Maldacin 50, it's an insecticide. I just had a look at the pig dose, it's 250, so half of this tin, 20 litres. We're only going to make up 10 litres. That should spray all the pigs we need to spray. So I don't know whether you can see, yeah, if you Google Maldacin and have a look at what is in it, it's pretty scary stuff. I've always taken it too cheap, and a couple of years ago I dipped my dogs with it and nearly killed all my dogs because I use the pig dip strength for dogs. Dog dip strength is a fair bit less. Anyway, this is what we're using. Not what I would prefer to use, but it's what we're using. Yes, it's been a while since I've used it and I remember the smell. So what I got there is a 60 milliliter syringe. That's how I measure this stuff out. Just seems to be easier. It's got a long drawer on it. There's no chance of me getting it on myself. Yeah, depending on what you believe with all these immune reaction disease type things, is whether that stuff has an effect. So these days I err on the cautious side. But we'll measure out, what did I say, 125 mils to our 10 litres, go from there. $60 Another 60, it's 120. And 5. Yes, I'm the typical farmer that has for years taken chemicals too cheap. Just not weared any PPE at all, not worried about getting it on. Dip dogs and chooks in Maldacin and dogs will get out of it and shake it all over you. Chickens are pretty much the same. I probably should have some rubber gloves on or something, but I'm trying my best not to make sure I don't get any on me. It's actually something that was brought up. I had a LPA audit recently, which is like our Australian standards for raising stock authority, and that was one of the things they said. I don't have a chemical handling certificate, and that was one of the things that I need to get onto. So something we'll be doing this year is getting a chemical handling certificate after all of these years. Right, piglets. Back in there, just all stand still for a moment. Organophosphate, that's the poison. I don't want to put too much on their faces. Squirt with it. That'll do. We shall ride them over a bit closer to where we have them in the orchard and start unloading them. So we're over in the orchard. We've just cobbled together a bit of weld mesh fencing panel. It's lovely and cool under the trees with this bit of a breeze blowing. Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing a Joel Salatin thing and respecting the pigness of the pig. And they are going to clean up. We've sort of been trying to mulch and compost under the trees. I'll get the pigs in there and turn it over. So they've got lots to do. All the way down there, and then there's another row of trees on that side. In here is avocados, mandarins, oranges, lychees, and a couple of mango trees. Oh no, the old mulberry trees, just about cactus, but yeah, that's the plan. So we can't get super close with the trailer, but we'll just bring the pigs over and drop them in there and see how they go. washed my hands, they still had a bit of that malison still a bit wet on them. You need to wash your hands as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a pig, but looks like pig heaven to me. It'll be interesting to see how long it takes them to turn that over, whether it's a day or half a day. Anyway, that's one little job done. That's the piglets. You're going to get the porker size ones next. We'll probably give it a break for the minute. Well, it cools down. It's 12:30 in the day at the minute, so we'll let it cool off and go and get the porkers. And then we'll have to get the big ones, but I've got to set up an electric fence for the bigger pigs. Settling in quite nicely. So something that I want to do is actually keep a really tight eye on the budget with pigs. So I got these as a job lot, but we'll put a nominal figure on what a piglet is worth. So about $50 a piglet seems to be a fair sort of a retail price, and then work out how much feed we put into them and what we get for them at the end of the day. It seems a porker, 30-40 kilo porkers, sort of $100 odd. We'll see what happens. Look at these little fellas here. That one there is half buried itself already. You happy with yourself, pig? I just got on some pig pellets for about $24 a bag. What I need to do for all my livestock is actually buy some bulk grain. Pigs can handle sorghum. Nearly every other animal can't handle it. Pigs and chickens can handle sorghum. I've got a hammer mill, run it through the hammer mill to crack it all up so they can digest it properly. But even for my cows and donkeys and sheep, I have to get the menagerie together, diversified income. Get some barley or some oats and run it through the hammer mill. The pellets end up costing a fair bit of money. So as far as economics decision, you've got to have some sort of storage on your farm to handle a couple of tons of grain before you can really get into bulk grain. So we're still doing pellets, but bulk grain is where I want to get to. Will you pigs waste these, or will you find them every single one? Hopefully it's not wasted. Hopefully they go through everything and find it. Anyway, I'll do it like that until I put on some little pig crops. See what I reckon at the end of the day. I actually thought they were pig nuts. I thought they were bigger. They're just pellets, and I've talking to the guy at the produce shop. I thought they were little pig nuts. They're not very quiet yet. Should do a peak, run peak. I don't have enough room to run in there. I guess we'll be needing some water. Hey piglets. Had to buy some low pressure nipples while I was in town and didn't get them. There'll be a container in a four-wheel drive tyre, I think, to get them water. We'll do that. So I will get them a better watering system at some stage, but at the moment I'm just going to use the four-wheel drive tyre and a little cut-off drenched drum, sort of half slip it in there so they'll be able to get into it if they really want to, but they won't be able to get trapped in it. I've seen deeper ones that other pigs push pigs around, happens with cattle too. End up tipping somebody in there, and the tyre should protect them from throwing too much dirt in there. That's the plan. See how it works out. Water. So just got some water in a bucket. I do have a hose somewhere, but where I can currently reach it to here. See how long that lasts them, whether they get in there and tip it over or fill it up with mud. What I half expect them to do is get in there and try and root it out. Get down, Tookie, they're not to be chased, Took! Pigs, especially domestic pigs, are new to my dog. They had a bit to do with the wild ones. I'm not 100% sure what the domestic ones are about. Not for chasing, Tookie. Alright, I don't know. I'll put that together and see what it looks like. Might even just do the piglet part and do the porkers as a separate bit. So if that's it, thanks for watching. Rob from Mountain Block Moments. Catch you on the next one.